Yeah, we just clicked like that when me and Zoe started talking online. There's no forced conversation. That was the big sort of wow factor for me.
We would be talking from 6 o'clock in the morning when you were at uni till 11 o'clock at night on Snapchat too, sending each other photos. I got to know the uni ceiling.
Yeah, I'm in the library. I have to try and take like a sneaky Snapchat.
Yes.
I'm at my computer trying to study.
You sent me so
I can't be like doing that in the middle of the quiet level in the library, the uni.
I've still got photos of you saved on my phone. I even have the initial conversations, the Tinder chat saved on my phone. We don't have the app anymore. In the really early days, I was worried that you were too boring because you're such a good bloke, because I was used to dating guys that were bad
boys,
yeah. And then I started, and then you showed me that you had this kind, caring side to you, and that we could face anything together. I was driving to Sydney every day for work. One day my car air conditioner decided not to work. James is pretty handy with cars. It was about 40 degrees.
The heater was stuck full on.
The heater was stuck full on.
In the middle of summer.
I called James and I was on my way home and I was bawling my eyes out and I was like, I can't do this. Got home and he fixed it. I don't know how he fixed it, but he did. And that was the moment I knew I could not live without him.
I was in my last semester of uni. It was pretty full on. It was a hard semester and I was spending a lot of time studying and stuff at uni. It's probably not the right time to try and find a girlfriend, but anyway, I did. So I was trying to like fit in dates and stuff like that with her and everything like that, and she was really good at understanding that. I had my last exam, went round to her place and she made me like a little gift basket congratulations thing. She put so much thought into these sort of things. Like, it wasn't so much the actual gifts themselves, it was just how much it meant. Like, it really touched me. And every time I am away from her, even if it's literally like the afternoon, I saw her that morning, I left for work and I'm driving away, I always really do miss her. Like, she cares about how my day was and that means a lot to me as well. Yeah, I haven't even thought about it so much like that actually. Like, I do always miss you when I go away.
I miss you too. We booked a trip to Tasmania because I'm not Australian and James has never been to Tassie. I had an inkling that James was going to propose, but I pretended that I didn't know. We were travelling around and I could tell James was looking for a place to propose. Every spot he was looking at, there was, a million tourists everywhere. James was getting so frustrated. Yeah. So we'd gone over to Bruny Island and we were on the neck and there was this beautiful rainbow and we were taking all these selfies and they wouldn't leave. There was just tourists everywhere. And then we got down to like the bottom, it's like a blowhole. And it looks like, when you look out at the blowhole, it looks like Tasmania.
You walk down into a cave and you look through out to the ocean, the sun shines in, it's like a map of Tassie.
James is like,
this
is like, I'm thinking through James' mind, he's like, this is perfect. And we're walking down and we can smell this pungent smell and we're like, what is this? And we're looking around, there's a dead seal.
Under the graded
walkway. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like
what? I was waiting a bit longer.
What is this?
Yeah.
Come back up, no good. So we're looking out, we're up in the top, we're looking out over this beautiful lookout. We're like, oh, this is great. And then there's this one lady over in the corner by herself.
With no one.
We're waiting probably 17 minutes at this point, and I'm like, James, don't we have an itinerary? We've got to get going. And he's like, nah, I'm finding any excuse under the sun to keep looking at this lookout. Oh, look at that rock. Look at this sunny spot. And I'm like,
just looking out
James, like, we've got to get going. And so off we go in the car. And we're leaving, and the next stop on our itinerary was Port Arthur.
So I couldn't do it there.
And James is like, I'm not stopping.
I wanted to get it done before Port Arthur because
obviously.
And I wanted to do it in the holiday and that, because then we can drive around Tassie celebrating our love.
So off we go on our way to Port Arthur. James is speeding along in our little hire Kia Rio, and we're driving past this beach thing. He slams on the brake. My head goes flying into the dashboard. I'm like, what are you doing? And I'm like, this is the worst proposal in the world. He slams the car into reverse.
I saw, like, we're driving through, I was sort of, you know, half looking for a spot. And I saw this little beach through as we drove past, little walkway. I decided that was it, you know.
So we get out, we take our shoes off, we're going down the little walkway to Safety Cove Beach. There's this other couple pretty much making out on their picnic rug, and I'm like, James, we're not alone. This is really weird. Like, we should probably just leave them. Like, let's go back. That's weird. Like, I don't want to interrupt them. James is like, no, I'm going for a walk. I'm like,
big beach. So
okay. He's like, there's plenty of space.
Walk like 300 metres up.
There's
up
plenty
the
of
beach.
space. And I'm like, but they can see us. We can see them. I don't know about that. And James is like, I can't see anything. Let's go. I'm like, okay. At this point, I know it's going to happen because, you know, but he's like, nah, you didn't know. So I'm walking in front of him, you know, so he can get the ring out. So I'm like,
Burning a hole in
right.
my pocket. I had to wear the same shirt for 2 days because it was the only shirt I had with a pocket at the top.
So I'm walking along, just ignoring what he's doing behind, and I'm like, okay. And then he's like, Zoe. I'm like, what? He's angry at this point because everything he's tried to plan has gone wrong. And I turn around, he's down on one knee, he's got this ring out. He's like, I'm sure he's planned a speech, but all that comes out is, will you marry me? And I'm like,
You make it sound so insensitive.
because it kind of was. But I just turn around, I'm like half crying, half laughing, half don't know how to feel. And the only words that come out of my mouth are you sure? And he just looks at me, he's like, that's not what you meant to say. And I don't know what to say. So I'm like, now at this point I'm bawling. And I'm like, well, yeah. He gets up, he hugs me, we put the ring on, and we continue walking along the beach, you know?
We got engaged.
We got engaged.
And we had a lovely holiday from that point on.
We rang my mum.
Yeah.
My mum's like, do you know how long we've been waiting? We had an amazing holiday after that. We had the best time. We got engaged, and we are so happy to be getting married. So
Then we went to Port Arthur to pay our respects.
we did.
As any newly engaged couple does.
Exactly.
And we slept in the tent that night too, actually.
We did.
It was like a glamping tent.
It was.
That's kind of why I would have not preferred to do it the first day, because then we could have been in Hobart and had a nice dinner or something, not
Yeah.
in a glamping tent with some, I think we just had cup noodles or something.
We did actually. It was a great celebration.
First meals in engaged couples, 2-minute noodles. Yeah. So it's onwards and upwards from here, bub.
That's it.